Oh, no.
Back here live, CRS 2025 rolls on here. Brandon Morrill, Caden Gordon, the sportsguyspodcast.com and KKTC True Country 99.9, and our friends at iHeartRadio out there too. You can look up Backstage Pass and all that good stuff out there. The OGs keep coming out. You know, it's been a whole bunch of them today, and this lady got me started back in, 2019, 2020, we first met and became good friends out there too. One of the best to do it. Jessie G, what's going on?
What's up, Brandon?
It's so good to see you here.
The OG. I said the title should be JG
OG. So a lot going on in your world too. New year, tell us all about it. New music, a lot of cool things happening, right?
Yeah, I mean, last year was one of the biggest years for me. I released 2 songs, one song with my country music here on this and that song did really well on the radio charts, country radio charts. Got into the top 30s on the Nashville Music Row chart, and got into the 60s on the radio mix chart, like overall. So it was a huge year for me. And then I got to top it off by ending the year out singing the national anthem at the Thanksgiving Day game for the Dolphins vs. Packers. And that was just a bucket list moment for me. I mean, I remember watching Aretha Franklin sing that spot. So that was huge. Got to release a military tribute, Dress Blue. And that song just is very near and dear to my heart as a military spouse of 10 years almost. So, you know, just this last year was such an amazing sprint for me. And then to top it off, I am now expecting another baby.
Mama, for sure. Well, I'll tell you what, I guess we had our first one. My little one's about 5 now. She's coming up. It's still crazy enough, too. His pictures are amazing. But the little one, the first one, too. Is musical talent, anything hitting in there?
You know, she's starting to make up her own songs, which I'm like, ooh, maybe we got a songwriter. Like today I said, hey, baby, sing me a song. And she's like, A, B, C, D, the turtles fly, and mommy's not here, I miss you. And I'm like, I love you so much. Isn't it such a fun age, though?
It's the 5-year-olds of the fun age, especially now, too. Yeah, mine's in a T-ball now, which is kind of crazy. I'm going back to coach on Sunday, and it's just amazing. She's getting into it now, and that's why I put her on the cover right there, too. I'm thinking about getting a tattoo, just so
you should.
Should I put the name on the...
Yeah. My husband did, so my child's name's Oceana, and he did the Okeanos, the male version of the ancient Greek mythology. He did a whole tattoo. So you could go with the name, or you could go with something that symbolizes her name. You know, you got to think about it. So it's a big deal.
Can we broadcast this? If I get a tattoo, you come from Nashville or something?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. You got to get it here.
I do. I'll have to. Yeah, I'll have to. I worry about needles, but I'm thinking about just because that's the one that like has to have meaning, has to have value.
It does, and it's forever, you know.
It's
your kid.
It's my kid, so it's never going to go there. So it's a good idea. Just see. We talk about random stuff here.
I think people like this more anyway.
Which is great. Love the music. Hey, look, you're on fire with this. We talked about Gretchen. We talked about what she's meant so much to the industry now. Big and Rich, they went back on the tour there. I just had John Rich on WSM Radio last fall. We did a slew of shows on there too with the Opry, which was amazing. How cool is this to see this? I mean, I say resurgence, but they've always been out there too. But you can take your breaks and spend time with family and that kind of thing. But those songs back in the early 2000s, late 90s, to see them still out there doing their craft is amazing.
I know. And honestly, I look up to them. They're legends. They're also the Music Mafia, the original. Yeah. So, you know, they're the outlaws of the country music. So for me, being a part of that crew in a way, I feel like I'm like their child kind of has been pretty awesome.
You know, she's meant so much to you, and I know, again, that on fire, that decade she went through with that Music Mafia, but she's such a sweetheart.
Yeah, she
and
is.
A great person, right?
Yeah, amazing.
Amazing mentor for you, too, at the same time. Meant so much. All right, kind of capitalize and build on it, too. Women's movement now is hot as it's ever been, maybe since 90s country, because I interview more females than males here on the show. And looking back at it, too, there's a reason why we do. But like I said, a lot of talent too. Put it that way too. But this is what Laney's done and what others have done. Ashley Cook, Ashley McBride, Carly Pierce, right behind it, Ella Langley, and so many others. Avriana that come to mind. Did you think it was going to come to this? And I'm so glad they're getting there.
I'm so happy it's coming to this. Yeah. It is about time. And thank you for being a champion of us women. We're next. Let's go.
They are too, no doubt too. And that's just so good for the industry to see it now too, because you can go to any songwriters around out here too, do what we did last year with the Doghouse, and she's on the street singing and bringing people into it. I'm like, she's a bat. That's why. That's Jessie G.
It was fun.
On the street out there too. Love it too much. So much out there. All right, I got to always talk sports with you too because it's always fun. And for me, baseball season is upon us. This year I didn't really get into the Super Bowl as I've been in the past. And for his Chiefs, the whole Eagles thing, and looking back at it, and I got a chance to. I think you heard the story. I coached against Jalen Hurts back in high school, and so I knew he was going to be a stud at the time. So never a Chiefs fan. And I get so tired of these dynasty sports.
Yeah.
Did you watch it? Did you watch it for the commercials? Did y'all do a Super Bowl party?
Yeah, no, I watched it. It seemed like it got pretty obvious toward the end there what was going to happen, so I didn't finish out the game, to be honest. I took my kid to bed because it got late. Yeah, but I did, and I watched the halftime show, and, just it was good. I mean, it wasn't the best one I've ever seen for sure, but, I don't have anything negative to say about it.
Favorite commercial? Did you get to watch some of it?
Favorite commercial? Probably wasn't the Budweiser commercial good this year? It wasn't sad.
One set.
Yeah, so I was like cool with that because I usually cry every time they come.
The thing with those Clydesdales and those horses that was like the boss, like, come on, man. You're at the house watching it too. Watching it for the game too. She goes, "Oh, the game's over." I said, "Yeah, the game is over now too." Well, a lot of cool things coming up. New year for that. But talk about some of those longer term goals, things you want to accomplish as we get deeper into it.
Yeah, this year is going to be a big year for me with releasing new music. I have a lot of songs in the can ready to go. We're just trying to be really smart about strategy, how to level up. I had one of my biggest years last year, so I got to level that up and have an even bigger year this year. And a lot of that is hard work that nobody else sees, but it's happening. And then all of a sudden, that big explosion. So, yeah, be ready. It's going to be pretty big.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you have the opportunity to go anywhere in the world with your show,
Ooh, well, we might be going to Hawaii, so I'm really excited for that, even though that's in the States. But besides in the States, we also have an opportunity coming up maybe to go to Switzerland. So.
Okay.
Good too. It's always great to catch up with her. She's an OG on the show. Jessie G, the OG. Backstage Pass, thanks so much. She's such a good friend here on the show. And more to come here, too. CRS rolls on here 2025 here live at the Omni Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee. And I might dig into these chips. It's about time to open it back to chips.
Yeah. The protein.
The protein. They'll definitely need that, too, and a burger later. Just get all the food in you at one time. We can have here. Hanging out here, Omni Hotel. CRS 2025 rolls on. KKTC True Country 99.9. And, of course, out there, the Sports Guys podcast.com. Stay tuned.